Morning and welcome to the Geelong Botanical Gardens for your forest therapy guided walk with me today, Shane Murdock. This video will present to you the environment we'll be walking through today. It is a bit windy today and the weather's not so good, but we'll do our best. The first thing I'm going to show you is where we'll have a meet and greet, where we will assemble all participants for the forest guided walk. This is the area I'm going to do my introduction to the participants, and where we'll do our awakening of the senses. This is where I intend to begin my quiet aware walking. We're some 25 metres from where we did our awakening of the senses. We will take this path up here. The reason I've chosen that is the variety of low bushes which people will be able to develop their sensory skills with, and the fact that it's not necessarily popular to the general population and not so many people there. Start of the quiet aware walking, I'm going to model the behaviour I expect from the participants. So this is some 75 metres along the path from where we started our quiet aware walking, and this is the part of the walk where we meet a tree. I've chosen this particular tree because of its stature. It stands out all around the garden, but in the 75 metres we've already covered, there have been numerous large trees which people could introduce themselves to. This is a Canadian redwood, and it's quite fascinating in that it is quite symmetrical. We'll do some video of the tree. After meeting a tree and having a roundtable discussion and re-evaluating our personal experiences, the next activity is a sensory activity. You'll see behind me in the pan in a minute, there's numerous types of foliage associated with many different types of plants, from flowering to ferns, where people can use their magnifying glasses to examine the minutiae of the forest. As we walk along the path with our magnifying glasses, I'll bring that activity to a close as we enter into an area that does have a lot of indigenous plants. So the bird activity is quite prolific, as you can hear, and we can sound map the sound of the trees through different types of trees, like pines, cedars, to evergreens, to deciduous trees, and also indigenous plants. This is our second, or the location for our second sensory activity, which we're going to call a sniffathon. As you can see around me, it's a beautiful time of year. It's beginning of spring with a lot of flowering plants starting to bud up and flower. Of course, they all have beautiful smells as well. There's a reason I also picked this particular location. If you can see straight ahead, there is a vegetable and herb garden. So people can go in there and smell the individual herbs as well as the plants in the garden. Dotted throughout the gardens are numerous facilities. There's toilets there, there's toilets across there, and there are toilets up near where we began the walk today. And this area is for the last exercise of the forest therapy walk today, sit spot. You'll notice around me there are a lot of very mature trees, and the reason I actually stopped at this particular spot is this beautiful fig tree behind us with this magnificent root structure which make ideal sitting platforms. But there are numerous other types of trees within this area within a 30-metre radius. Last element of my forest therapy guided walk today. This is where we'll conduct the tea ceremony. It's obscured somewhat from where we had the sit spot, so I can actually set up out of view of the participants and have everything ready. And of course I'll ring the bell and bring them to me. If you look on the ground here, I have a mat tarpaulin with some sort of a natural arrangement in the centre as a centerpiece, and brew the tea I've brought with us. And everyone will sit in a ring, pass the cups amongst us. Of course, very importantly, the first cup of my herbal tea will go to the garden in gratefulness. Thank you very much for joining me on my forest therapy walk today.